In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today. Oh. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles led out by their quarterback, and he is the leader of this offense. Jalen Hurts has that calm demeanor about him, can make the big plays as well. Greg, here he is already in his 5th year in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Hurts to the air on first down. The open receiver is Dotson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down and 3. Hurts will work here from the pistol. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep.
Good blocking, and he's in. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, veteran, he's 6'3", out of Central Michigan. It's Cooper Rush.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Rush going to throw to get it started. In trouble, and down he goes.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Rush to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
They've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
First and 10 now from the 36. Throwing is Rush. That's to the right side and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here's Rush. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
To throw is Rush. He's got it at the 3. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Deron Bland, good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one is caught by Dodson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They call this the alley. So it's the area between the hash marks and the numbers, and depending on what defense they're in, there is a lot of space to be had down those seams. So if this defense doesn't make a couple of adjustments, I wouldn't expect this offense to target any other place on this field.
Left side, it's caught by Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes.
And he will score. Devontae Smith, touchdown, Eagles.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now rush. Toward the sideline. That's pulled in by Lamb. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rush. He's got that complete to Turpin. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's gotta be a gotta-have-it best play call. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Rush. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and Let's also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
It's what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Man in motion is Brown. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll run it here with Saquon. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. The Cowboys offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one is caught by Turpin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Bryce Huff, the former Jet, in there to bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive 1st half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this 2nd half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The open man is Tolbert. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Man in motion, heading left. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
To the air now on first and 10. To the left side, caught by Lamb.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll come to the line now on second and 2. Rush to throw. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The Eagles offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. You talk about a quarterback getting things done with his legs. Everything covered downfield, but they couldn't cover him as he went down the field for a touchdown.
Mike, sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you just can't prepare for everything. In this case, you have the play defended perfectly. Passing lanes are all taken away. Everyone in coverage is where they're supposed to be. So what does the quarterback do? He tucks the ball away, and he takes it the distance for 6.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense and Cooper Rush back on the field. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing is Rush. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to CeeDee Lamb, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw is Rush. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. It is Jordan Lewis who brought him down. They'll come up on a second down and 8. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Going up top. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time, and it'll be second down. Again, Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goedert. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. A tight end in motion now. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll send a tight end in motion. Once again, it's Barkley. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 15. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now, rush. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
That's down the field for Lamb. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They start with the lead and the football. And they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And that'll be a pickup of 3. And Now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll run. It's Barkley. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They'll talk things over before third down. Now it's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
He'll look underneath here and find Dowdle. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Throwing is Rush. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late, but do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their job made a little easier by that big kick return. They start in tremendous field position here. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.